Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Everything is good. Everything is okay. Okay, great. So how are you guys? Is everybody fine? Please do let me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. So I am able to understand that many of you are students from our previous boot camp, and many of you are people who are joining us for the very first time for a boot camp that has been conducted by us. So do let me know, guys, how many of you are joining us for the very first time. Like this is your first ever boot camp by DevTown that you have ever attended. Can you guys let me know? I will be introducing myself. Don't worry. I just want to get like an overview of the people who are coming up to the boot camp first of all, and then we'll start off with an introduction to myself as well. Don't worry about it. Okay. First ever boot camp. Okay, so a lot many number of people are coming up to this particular boot camp for the very first time. Okay, that's great. That's a really very amazing to see. Some of them are coming for the third time, the fourth time as well, the fifth time. So Rahul is the one with the highest score up till now. Okay, great. That's really amazing to see. Okay, so let me know about yourself. Like, where are you from? Like, for example, I am currently living in Bangalore, and I have graduated CSE from Birla Institute of Technology. Let's say that. So let me know from which college are you from, and if of course you would be in a particular year. So which year and which branch are you from? So, like, which college, which year, that is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and which branch are you from? Do let me know, guys. Just getting a great idea about people who are currently there. I will reduce the timings for the same so that you guys are able to write it out perfectly. Okay, so let me just put it up as 0. Let me just remove the slow mode for right now. Let me just put it up as 1 second. Save. Okay, so I'm able to see people are from Chandigarh, BCA. I'm able to see people who are from first year BTech, CSE, Electronics and Communication. That's amazing. We are able to see people. So there are a lot of people writing right over here. I'm very sorry if I'm not able to completely read every single one of them. Okay. Yeah. IIT Roorkee second year. So my father is also a graduate from IIT Roorkee. So that's great. Okay. First year CSC, Jaipur. Mumbai, Gujarat. So I lived almost 18 years of my life in Gujarat. So hats off to you guys, man. Okay. NIT, Kurukshetra, CSE. We have people from CSE Charusat. We have people from Delhi. Okay, that's really amazing to see you guys right over here. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Okay, if you guys are interested in that, my name is Shaurasana, and I will be your mentor as well as your instructor over the next 7 days of this boot camp that we are going to conduct, where we'll be learning HTML, CSS, as well as making a personal portfolio website. Okay. A bit of introduction about myself. I completed my CSE, that is from Birla Institute of Technology. After that, I have worked with companies like Reliance. I've worked with companies like Geo, Fastnell. I've worked with Google. I've worked as a data analyst, a data scientist, a full stack engineer, a machine learning engineer at various different companies, as well as for the past 2.5 years up till now, I've been an educator. Of course, I wasn't on YouTube before this. Okay, I used to take up like sessions, like I used to go on behalf of Google to various institutes, and I used to take offline sessions on behalf of them. I used to teach students in data science and web development and other technologies that the students were interested in. but I thought that it is much better to take everything that I was able to learn from there and to bring it up to a platform where people would be able to, like, I would be able to cater to masses every single day. Okay, so this bootcamp has been brought to you in collaboration with Microsoft and Google, and yes, it is certified by them as well, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. As far as the bootcamp goes, there is only one prerequisite that is required for this particular bootcamp, and that is very simple. That's English. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to know before joining any of our bootcamps. Okay, so don't worry about it. If you don't know HTML, if you don't know CSS, if you don't even know web development, you don't have to worry about it. I will be taking you up step by step from the utmost basics. So the only thing that I like consider it that you must be able to understand is my accent, if there is any. Okay. And you are able to hear me properly as well as understand me properly, and the communication would be in English itself, because there are many a times that the students who are joining us are from different countries. They are from South India as well, and they are not so familiar with Hindi. Of course, like, I also speak Hindi itself, but yeah, my basic requirement from you guys is that pay attention. Okay, pay attention to the bootcamp, whatever I'm teaching. Okay, pay attention to what I'm saying. It would be a very easy job for you guys to be able to learn whatever I'm teaching in this particular bootcamp. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, I'm Indian. Okay, as you're able to see from my hair, from my looks, I'm purely an Indian. And yeah, the accent, like, why I'm saying that is many times the students coming to the bootcamp are from other countries as well. So if they find my Indian accent to be a bit irritating, like, I'm able to understand it. Okay, you are able to see the memes and the different type of stand-ups that are being organized across the world on us. But yeah, I hope that you guys will be able to understand it as well. Okay. Okay. Um, So do you have cold because your voice looks different? Ayushi, that's great, but I don't think so. You would be able to see my voice. Low clarity. Yeah, so my due to speaking continuously for the entire day, my voice has become something like this. I hope that you guys will be able to, like, understand it from right over there. Okay, that's great, Aman, to see you once again. Okay. I want to register. How can I register? So I'm able to understand many of you haven't registered for this particular bootcamp up till now. Don't worry about it, guys. Okay, you can continue attending the bootcamp. We will be having attendance on every single day. Every day for the next 7 days, you'll be having your attendance, and on the basis of that attendance, you will be getting your certificates. So even if you haven't registered for the bootcamp, if and only if this is your first bootcamp that you're attending, then just fill up the attendance form. That's it. We'll consider that as your attendance itself. Okay. Okay, great. The second thing that I want you guys to understand is how we'll be taking the attendance, how will be you guys will be getting the certificates, what is the criteria of the certificate itself. I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class. Will that be fine with you guys? Right now, I want to start off the class itself, start off with the learning process, because we are here for the learning purpose itself. So how will I be taking your attendance? Okay, how will I be giving you the certificates? What is the criteria of the certificates? What are the different certificates that you guys will be getting? I will be telling you at the end of today's class, guys. Will that be fine with everybody? Please let me know, guys. Please let me know, will that be fine with everybody? Because why I'm saying that is we are here to learn. Okay, the first particular responsibility that I'm having is you should be able to understand everything right over here. Okay, so at the end of today's class, I'll be explaining to you guys about the attendance so that we are not wasting any time. Okay, now the classes that you are going to have every single day for the next 7 days will be starting from 6 o'clock itself. Okay, we'll be starting from 6 o'clock itself, and the classes will be for 1 to 1.5 hours long. Okay, 1 or 1.5 hours long. Okay, so it will be from 6 to 7 or 6 to 7:30, depending upon how much we need to cover that particular day. Okay, the second thing that you guys need to remember is The certificates will be given to you after 2 weeks of the completion of the bootcamp, because it takes time to figure out the attendance and the project and everything that we'll be having. So I will be explaining to you everything related to the certificates at the end of today's class. So don't worry about it. Just be patient. Please bear with me. Okay. And I hope that you guys will be entertained, as well as you will be able to learn something new every single day. Now, this bootcamp, we will be having a project at the very end of the bootcamp as well. So we will be making our own personal portfolio website. So means like you will be making your own personal portfolio website, but I will be showing you an example right over here in the class itself. So I will be coding it from scratch, making the entire project in front of you. Okay, so that you guys are able to learn from that and you can also create it. Now, this bootcamp is completely free. There is no cost associated with the bootcamp or the certificates. Okay, the certificates are also free, the bootcamp is also free. There is no cost associated with anything. We try to do this because I am able to understand that this bootcamp is meant to be like, how many of you guys have went to Baskin Robbins? Can somebody let me know? How many of you guys have went to, like, have a basic understanding about Baskin Robbins? Would you let me know, guys? I will be answering some of the questions as well. Don't worry. Like, let me just ask this to you guys first. Okay. So many of you must have visited or must have known or even have the chance to have some Baskin Robbins ice cream as well. Now, when you go to the Baskin Robbins ice cream, they have 36 flavors of ice cream right over there. In front of you, there are 36 flavors of ice cream. Now, how are you able to choose that? Okay, I want to go with the blackberry currant or the bubblegum flavored or maybe the brewed raspberry or something like that. Like, there are just 36 flavors. You have to choose just one. Yes, if you're very rich, if you're ultra rich and you have a stomach that can take up 36 scoops of ice cream at a time, hats off to you, man. But I can't do that. So Baskin Robbins provides you a sample. Okay, they provide you a teaspoon of each of the flavors that you want to try before ordering it. The same thing is with these boot camps as well. You guys must have heard about like data science, machine learning, web development. Okay, what is back-end web development, front-end web development, HTML, React, Angular. You are having cyber security, you are having IoT, you are having so many different technical domains that are there. But how to choose between them? So these boot camps are meant to be that tasting for you guys. Okay, so that you are able to attend these boot camps and understand that, okay, so this is what data science is. Okay, so this is what front-end web development or back-end web development or even DevOps or even cloud computing is. So these are meant to make sure that you are able to understand the concept, you are able to take the essence of the technology itself. Again, like I said, we'll be starting with the utmost basics. We'll be starting with how the internet works, then we'll be moving on to learning HTML, then we'll be moving on to learning CSS, then we'll be moving on to making the project at the end. So when you are leaving this bootcamp, after the bootcamp has ended, you are having a project that you can put up on your resume. You are having 3 certificates that you can attach with your resume as well. So that is the aim of this particular bootcamp. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yeah, I'm able to understand Baskin Robbins is very costly, but yeah. Okay, so we'll start off with the bootcamp itself. There is a humble request from my end to you guys. Okay, do not use the live chat for spamming. Okay, I have kept this live chat right over here so that I'm able to see if there is any doubts or any questions that come up while I'm teaching, so that I'm able to answer them properly as well. So please do not spam the live chat. Please make sure that if somebody has any question that I have already answered, okay, maybe related to the attendance, maybe like when will we will be told about the attendance or the certificate, maybe a particular stuff that I've already answered before. So try to make sure that you are able to help that particular fellow out. Okay, like I hope that you guys will be able to do that for me. Please let me know, guys. Okay, you guys will be able to do that for me. Like, just help each other out so that it becomes very easy for, like, see, we are here to create a community. A community is only as good as the weakest link, and we need to make sure that everybody coming to this boot camp, whether he has the complete knowledge of everything or else he is the most basic person. Okay, we need to take them with us. So that is the aim. Okay, try to make sure that you guys are able to help them out as well. Okay, so yeah, we'll be teaching the basics of HTML. Don't worry about it. So can we start off with our today's class, guys? Let me know. Can we start off with our today's class, guys? Okay. And of course, as a developer, do drink coffee. Okay, so let's get started right over here. I will just reduce the live chat timing. Okay, just a bit. So increase, sorry, to 30 seconds so that I'm able to see the doubts that are there. Okay, great. So let's get started right away, guys. Again, guys, this is the PPT that I will be using to teach you guys about everything that is there. You guys can join the Discord channel. The PPT will be made available on the Discord channel by tonight. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. I have little to no clue on how Discord basically works, but yeah, my team, like I have a small team of creators who are managing the community, so they help me out with the same. Not that technical of a person, like yeah, if you ask me about tech that is going on in the industry, I can help you out with this, but if you're asking me to run Discord, it's very difficult for me. But still, like if you guys want the PPTs that we'll be using today or even in the future bootcamps as well, it will be made available on our Discord channel. The link to join the Discord channel is down in the description of the video. You guys can definitely join it right over there. Let me just open up the live chat on my mobile phone so that I'm able to see you guys as well, and then we'll start off with today's class. Will that be fine with everybody? Okay, some of the people are saying that the video is blurred. So I will suggest them, like I'm able to understand that many of you might be coming up for the very first time to a YouTube live session. Don't worry about it. Okay, or maybe some of you are using YouTube for the very first time. That I feel very unlikely to happen. But like, yeah, so you can just click on the three dots that are on the top right corner of your screen. There you can go and increase the quality of the video to 720p or 1080p, depending upon your preferences, and your screen will be crystal clear. I think so that should be more than like sufficient for you guys. Okay, great. So let's get started right away. Let me just decrease this, increase the size to cover up the entire screen. Okay, great. So how many of you have used web browsers? Like, do you have any idea about web browsers in general? Can somebody let me know? Okay, can somebody let me know how many of you guys have the basic knowledge about web browsers? Like, what is a web browser? Can you give me some examples of the web browsers that you have used up till now? Now, Google is not a web browser. Google is a search engine. There's a huge difference. It's a website. I'm talking about web browsers. Okay, so that's absolutely clever, guys. I'm able to see some examples like Brave, Chrome, any other examples, any other browsers that you have used up till now. Firefox, that's great. Yeah, who is not, again, it's a search engine, not a browser. Okay, Microsoft Edge, that's clever. Okay, then Chrome, Firefox, okay, that I'm able to see. Any other browsers that you have used, guys? Maybe some browsers. I'm talking about browsers, guys, like Opera Mini, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, that's absolutely clever. Then you are having your Safari. Okay, you go to Safari as well. These are web browsers. Okay, these are used to look at websites. Now, websites are like Google or Microsoft or Amazon or Flipkart. These are all examples of websites. These are not web browsers. The web browser is something like Chrome, okay, Edge, Safari, Brave, Firefox. These are all examples of web browsers out there. Now, web browser isn't something that has come up recently. It has existed for a very long period of time. One of the earliest web browsers like that was very like popular back in the day was the Mosaic web browser. It was created by a particular person called as Mac Anderson when he was in his college dorm itself, and I think so that was back in 1970s and 80s. Later on, when he came out of his college, he created a new company called as Netscape. The same guy, Mark Anderson, and Netscape became the biggest web browser that with the most user base across the entire world back in 1990s. Now, as you're able to see, this is one of the earliest pictures of Netscape Navigator. I'm able to understand that the image might be a bit blurry about the Netscape Navigator itself, but I hope that you will be able to see most of the stuff that I want you guys to see. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, this is a web browser from 1994. That is almost like you are starting off, you're currently in 2022, so it's like 28 years old web browser, but it still contains a lot of features that are the same up till now as well. So let me just show it to you guys. If I'm just zooming in a bit on the browser itself, as you're able to see right over here, it has a previous button to go to the previous page. It has the next button to go to the next page. It has the home button to go to the home page. It has a reload button to refresh the page itself. It has a print button, a find button. It has a location URL search bar where you are basically writing the www.google.com. That is called as the URL bar itself. So it is having that, and it is having a window where you are able to see the website. Now, as you're able to see, even though this browser is 28 years old, the functionality of the browser hasn't increased a lot. Most of the basic features of the browsers that you are able to see in a 28-year-old browser, you are able to see still currently inside of your, like maybe you are using Google Chrome, maybe you are using Edge, maybe you are using Safari. So you are able to see that most of the features of the browsers are still continuously used right now. Now, when you're thinking about these type of browsers itself, of course, Netscape right now does not exist as a company. They closed their gates on March 1st, 2008. Okay, so it was later on took over by Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer also, as you know, that in the recent years has died, and right now the most popular web browser is Google Chrome. So these companies, like although like Netscape was at one time the most popular browser, then came Internet Explorer, but with time, although the features did not change, but the companies keep on changing. Okay, so right over here, let me just try to, so that was an introduction to the web browser itself. Okay, now any website that you're using at any point of time, itself, okay, you are able to see that it is created, it is like the main components of that is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. These are the three major components of any website that you are visiting. So let us try to understand, like, why do we require HTML or CSS or JavaScript, or what is their use. Of course, we will be going into a lot of practical as well, but before starting the practical, getting a basic fundamental knowledge about the working of the internet is extremely important. Okay, so HTML, internet, when it was first created, it was created to basically cater to the researchers that were there around the world. Okay, it was basically created to cater to the researchers that were there around the world. Let's take up an exercise right over here. For example, you are a researcher that is currently present in, let's say, US Dallas, okay, or Texas. You're currently present in Texas, and you are living out there, and you are a researcher at a very good firm or maybe a good university out there. Now, I'm a researcher who's currently present in Bangalore, and this is pre-internet time, okay, when internet did not exist. Now, if you were writing a research paper, there are many citations that you have to do. By citations, I mean that references in your research paper. So like this particular part or this particular paragraph refers to this research paper or this particular book or this particular article out there, and you would have to put it up inside your research paper that, okay, these are the references. Now, if you want to share your research with me, okay, you are in US, I'm in India, Bangalore, you want to share it with me, you would have to send it, you have to mail the entire research to me. That will take at least 3 months to arrive to India, first of all, so that I'm able to get my hands on it. The second problem that was there was once I've got the research paper with me, all these citations, all the books, all the references, all the newspaper articles, or the different research papers that you have referenced towards, I might not have the access to all of them. Okay, I might not have the access to all of them. Okay, again guys, I'm just reminding you guys that I've already said that the PPT will be made available on Discord by tonight. Okay, right now I'm in the middle of the bootcamp, I cannot provide it right now, so it will be made available on Discord by tonight. By tonight I mean after 11 or 12 like in the night. Okay, so please be patient, please focus upon what I'm teaching right now. Okay, thank you so much, Tanuj Gupta. So at that point of time, I will have to go to a library. Inside the library, I will have to ask the librarian to provide me with all the books, all the articles, all the research papers that are mentioned right over here. Maybe they also don't have that. So it became a huge burden on me, like sharing research papers with other researchers. It is something that took a lot of time and efforts on our behalf. And that is the reason why the people at UC Berkeley, one of the biggest like universities and research group people in US, basically came together to form the internet. Okay, so now there are some conspiracy theories that it was originally created by military, and like the army based in US, and then it was later on gave out for research purposes to the researchers at UC Berkeley's. But like, we will go with the facts itself. Now inside of right over there, they created the entire internet out there using just HTML. Now, HTML is something that provides you guys with a structure to your website. Okay, it provides you guys with a structure to your website. So it did not have any fancy stuff, because you were basically just sharing researches. Researchers don't have images. Researchers don't need to have like a very good font, or very good color, or very good background, or something like that. It needs to be just text. Research papers were just text back there. So the entire websites that they created was mostly text and some links. Okay, I hope you guys are familiar with what a link is. Like, are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand what a link is? Please let me know, guys. Exactly. So like we are discussing right now that, okay, the link to the Discord channel is down in the description of the video itself. So you are clicking on it and it will open Discord for you. That is the job of a link. So here the job of the link was, for example, you want to reference to a particular research paper, or a particular book, or a particular paragraph, or a particular article, you could link it right over there. Okay, you can link it with the text. And that is the reason why HTML was just made for putting text and links out there, creating multiple pages, having text, having links, creating those links between pages itself. That was the reason for which HTML, or hypertext markup language, that is a full form of HTML, hypertext markup language, was created. Okay, we will be trying to understand what a markup language is. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that is the reason why HTML came into being. Okay, now that wasn't going pretty well. For example, for companies like Microsoft, this is the example of the Microsoft website back in the day, one of the first websites by Microsoft that was created just using HTML. You are able to see that there is just text and some links that are there. Is this a website that you will plan on going to? Is this a website that you will plan on going to? Like, it does not look appealing to you. I wouldn't come back to this website at any point of time. Like, this does not look good to me. That was the problem with HTML. It was able to create the structure of the website itself, but was not able to provide the like essence of the website. It was not able to beautify the website itself. And due to that reason, like, think about HTML as the skeleton of your body. The skeleton of your body is able to provide you guys with a structure to your body as well. Okay, the skeleton of your body is able to provide a structure to your body. Okay, but that wasn't good enough. Okay, it wasn't good enough. You need your website to look appealing, so that customers are coming to the website, watching your website and revisiting it. It needs to be beautiful as well. That is the reason why then came into being CSS, or cascading style sheets. This is one of the original websites of Yahoo back in 1998. And as you're able to see, CSS basically provided the website with some beautification, not just the text and the links, but you had images, you had some color, you had some like layouts that you were able to do, you were able to arrange stuff properly. It looked neat, clean and beautiful as well, something that people would want you guys to come up right over there. Vedant, don't worry, okay, you will get the recordings of the session as well. Just focus upon the learning right now. Okay, so as you're able to see, CSS provided you guys with the beautification that is needed. CSS is just like your skin, your clothes, your hair, your spectacles, maybe some accessories that you are wearing. So that basically provides you guys with a personality, a beautification, a style that you are able to have. And that is the use of CSS, that is cascading style sheets. Okay, this CSS is basically used to provide styling to your website as well. Now that wasn't enough for everybody to move on from. You wanted your websites to be a bit dynamic in nature as well. And that is where JavaScript came into being. JavaScript was a language that was basically used to provide a dynamism to your website, maybe put up some animations on your website, make the website be able to interact with the user itself. When a user is clicking on a particular button, something is happening. Okay, something is happening on your screen, and so on and so forth. So JavaScript was basically made to be able to interact with the website itself. It shouldn't be like your website is just static. It's just like showing you some data. It's beautiful. That's it. But you're not able to interact with the website itself. And that is where JavaScript came into being. Now, the fact is that JavaScript was created in just 10 days by a particular person called as Brendan Eich. So basically, Mark Anderson approached your Brendan Eich. He was one of the greatest programmers at that point of time, and they asked him to create a language that was light enough to be run on a browser itself, so that you are able to make the website as interactive as possible. Now he created, like, it takes almost 15 to 20 days to learn JavaScript. Okay, if you want to learn like to an intermediate level as well, it takes almost 15 to 20 days to do that, and he created the entire language in just 10 days. Okay, so that is one of the best things that he is able to do. Okay, now many of times students basically like get confused between Java and JavaScript. Okay, they think that both Java and JavaScript are the exact same thing, or they are related to each other. Now the thing is, like, back in the day when JavaScript was actually created, it was called as LiveScript. That was the original name of JavaScript. Okay, LiveScript. But nobody was using it at that point of time. Okay, it was a new language. Nobody knew about that language itself. So for just a marketing tactic, itself, they changed the name to JavaScript. Java back in 1990s was one of the most used language at every point of time. Everybody was learning Java. Everything was being coded in Java. That was the kind of popularity that Java was having. And that is what JavaScript did. Okay, so they basically, as a marketing tactic, renamed LiveScript as JavaScript, so that people are able to confuse that it is somehow related to Java, and they will start learning it and using it. So it was just for just like, it's the same as comparing an apple with a pineapple. Okay, both of them have the spelling apple between them. Both of them have apple in their names, but they are not related to each other. Yes, both of them are fruits. Java and JavaScript, both of them are programming languages, but that's it. There is no relationship between the two. Okay. Okay. So let me show you a GIF so that you guys are able to understand the same in a much more clear sense. Give me a second. I will have to find the GIF. I'm not able to remember where I've saved it. So I will just go on Canva. That will be able to give you guys a good understanding about what... okay, this is something that I will take some time from my end as well, I guess. There's just a lot of different stuff that we have created for you guys out here. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm not able to find the GIF. It was an interesting GIF that I had developed. I don't think so I will be able to find it out here. Okay, I don't think so I will be able to find it out there, but if I'm able to get that GIF back again, I will definitely show you guys the GIF. So basically that would have given you a good understanding about HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let me just search for it if I'm able to find HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Deadpool. images. Okay, I think so. This should be it. Okay, so this is the GIF. Somebody has copied it right over there. Okay, but yeah, as you're able to see, so HTML basically provides you the structure of the website itself. That is a great like skeleton that you are able to see out there. Okay, just a structure that you are able to create. CSS provides the presentation, appearance, the style that you want to show, and JavaScript provides the dynamism or the action of your website. Okay, so that is the basic use. Okay, the basic use that you are able to see of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. Guys, there are 1,500 of you live right now. I need to see at least 1,499 people saying that, yes, sir, I have understood it. Or yes, Shaurya, I have understood it. Let me know, guys. Have you understood this entire stuff? I've tried to make it as easy as possible so that you guys are entertained as well as you guys are able to understand it as well. Okay? Okay, great. So we'll move on from right over here. I will get started with coding directly. Okay, I don't want to waste your time as well in this. Okay, so now this HTML or hypertext markup language, that is what we are going to start off with a practical sense itself. Of course, this is a coding bootcamp. If you are not able to practice something, then it's not a coding bootcamp. They're just giving a lecture out here. The thing is that I'm able to understand that many of you might not have a laptop, many of you might not have a desktop to be able to use to basically code the stuff out. Now, how many of you don't have a laptop or a desktop like at your house, like that you are able to use to basically code? How many of you don't have a laptop or a desktop? Please let me know, guys. How many of you don't have a laptop or a desktop, guys? Please do let me know. Don't worry about it, guys. We will be understanding how to combine all three of them. Okay, don't worry about it. That is why we are here actually, to learn. So can somebody let me know how many of you guys don't have a laptop or a desktop for coding? Okay, no issues in that, guys. So I've made sure that the entire bootcamp you will be able to do from your own mobile phones as well. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, don't like that. That is my basic concern. That don't worry about it. Okay, I've made sure that you don't need a laptop or a desktop. If you have a smartphone, that would be more than sufficient for you guys to practice as well as complete the project, make the project, deploy it, and share it with your friends. Okay, so don't worry about it. So for that, we are not going to work locally. Okay, we will be working on the browser itself. Now, how can we work on the browser? There is an excellent website that is called as Code Sandbox. Okay, it's a free website. Like I said, there's no cost associated with anything. Okay, so it's a free website itself. Don't worry about it. So Code Sandbox. Okay, just search for Code Sandbox. My suggestion to you guys would be, don't code along with me. Okay, listen to what I have to say, see what I'm writing right over here, understand everything. Don't code along with me. Usually you will hear people saying the exact opposite, but what happens is we have to complete everything in 7 days. We don't have a lot of time, so we need to make sure that you guys are able to understand everything properly itself. Okay, like I said, most of the people will have a smartphone at their homes. Many of you might even have a laptop or a desktop, but like I said, we need to make sure that everybody who is attending this boot camp is able to learn as well as practice. For that reason, we are not using VS Code, we are not using Notepad plus plus or something like that, or even Atom and other code editors that are there, okay, or IDEs that are there. Okay, so don't worry about it. We'll be using an online IDE, that is your Code Sandbox, as you're able to see from right over here. Okay, so we'll be using this to create our and learn and create everything. Okay, but yes, those who have a laptop, they can do it either with Code Sandbox, or they can even do it locally as well. That's up to them. Okay, but we in this bootcamp will be using Code Sandbox. Okay. Okay, so once you have opened up Code Sandbox, there is a lot of different options that you will be able to see right over here. What we want to select is we will be going to our new sandbox from right over here. Of course, you will have to log into it. I've already logged in using my email. Okay, so we'll be creating a new sandbox right over here. As you're able to see, there are a lot of many number of templates that these sandbox are providing us with. And as you're able to see, most of the things that you will be using at any point of time, whether it be JavaScript, Angular, React, Vue, Static, Node, pre-React, everything, vanilla TypeScript, React TypeScript, everything is available right over here. Of course, we are not going to do that. We are going to use our static template itself. Okay, so we'll be using our static template. So I will just click on right over here. It will create a static template for me. Okay, now as you're able to see, it has created a HTML file. It has I'm able to write my code. I'm able to look at my files right over here. I'm able to see the browser. So instead of keeping the browser on the right hand side, I want to make sure that you're able to see the code clearly, and I will just pop up the browser to another tab. So to be able to do that, from the top right corner, there is a open a new window button. Okay, from the top right corner itself, right over here, as you're able to see in this browser panel, there is the last button that is there. When you hover over it, you will be able to see open in new window. So just click on this particular button itself, guys. It will open up the browser on a new window itself, the website that you will be creating, and we'll be writing our code right over here. So I will just increase the size so that you guys are able to see everything clearly as well. Okay, so we'll be writing our code right over here, and whatever code that we are writing, you will be able to see it on our static template website as well. So now let us first of all delete everything from right over here. We don't require anything. Okay, we'll be saving this up, going back to our static template, reloading the file, and as you're able to see, there's nothing on our screen because we haven't written any piece of code. Okay, so now we need to understand what does a markup language mean. Okay, when I'm talking about HTML, hypertext markup language. So let me just make you guys understand what is a markup language. Let me just open up Paint first of all. Okay. Okay, so many of you might be very familiar with the hieroglyphs that are present in the ancient Egyptian language. Whenever you are visiting like any of the ancient Egyptian tombs or something like that, you will be able to see something like this. Okay, so let me just search for it. ANGIENT, ancient Egyptian language. Images. So as you're able to see, they used to use like some certain symbols to represent something. Okay, some certain symbols to be able to enhance the meaning of something itself, to provide much more meaning to what they are actually writing. Okay, and these were a basic thing that used to happen in the ancient Egyptian languages. Okay, so these are basically called as markup languages. These are called as markup languages. By markup languages itself, okay, by markup languages itself, it basically means that whatever you are writing, if you want to provide some additional information, additional styles, additional techniques right over there, you are able to use a markup language on it. Okay, so right over here, we will also, like, HTML is also a markup language. It has the concept of tags that you use to basically do stuff, to be basically able to produce stuff on your websites. Of course, we'll be seeing it via a practical example so that we are able to understand it in a much greater sense. But yeah, this markup language isn't something that is very recent. Like, you are able to see, this is something that existed in ancient Egyptian language as well. Okay, and we will be able to do it right over here. Okay, so let me just open up our code again. So now when you're creating an HTML file, okay, so creating an HTML file is as easy as just writing the name of the file. You can name it as, so I'm naming it as index because that is the main file that I'm having. You can name it as anything. You can name it as Akhil, or you can name it as Shaurya, you can name it as Drumil, you can name it as Rudra, you can name it as anything. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. So anything .html. Why .html? Because you want to say that this is a HTML file. Just like you are having your .docs, you are having your .pdf, your .ppt. Same as that, this is an extension, a file extension that basically says that this is an HTML file. Now once you have created an HTML file, you need to specify like your whatever code that you're going to write, whatever website that you're going to write, you have a tag, okay, that basically tells that okay, whatever HTML code that you're going to write is going to be in between these two tags. Okay, that is called this the opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag. Okay, so let me just create it for you guys. So HTML, you just have to write HTML right over here, and it will create two tags for you. Okay, the opening HTML tag that you are able to create, that is a less than symbol, then HTML, and then a greater than symbol at the end, and the closing HTML tag, that is the less than symbol, then forward slash, and then HTML, and then a greater than symbol right over there. Okay, so these two tags basically tell, okay, this, as I like I said, like HTML is a markup language, so these tags basically give an additional information that whatever HTML code that you are going to write in this particular file itself, that is going to go in between the opening and the closing tag. Okay, opening and the closing HTML tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great. Now inside the HTML tag, there are two parts to it. Okay, the website is basically divided into two separate things. One is the website itself that you are able to see on your screen. Okay, whatever you are able to see on the window that you are opening up, okay, that is called as the body of the website itself. Okay, whatever you are able to see on the website, whether you are having an like a title, a paragraph, some images, or something like that, anything that you are able to see on the window of the browser itself, that is called as the body of the website itself. And the other thing is information about the website that you have created, some information, some additional information about the website that you have created. Let me use something. I don't have anything right over here. So let's say that I'm using this particular book. Okay, so this is an excellent book, The Design of Everyday Things, right over here by Don Nordman. Okay, so you're having this book right over here. Although this book has a lot of information inside of it, outside the book you have some additional information, you have some metadata or data about data. Okay, information about the data. So data is basically all the content of this book. Okay, the data is basically all the content of this particular book itself, but the cover page will basically tell you the name of the website, the name of the book, who has written this particular book, who has printed this particular book. It will be providing you with the cost of this particular book, where you can access the digital copy of this particular book, some additional information about this book. So this is called as data about data. Okay, this is called as data about data or metadata. Okay, the technical term is metadata. Okay, additional information about the book itself. Okay, for example, you are buying an Apple Watch. Let's take that as an example. You're buying an iPhone or an Apple Watch. You know that the content of that particular box is basically an Apple Watch or basically an iPhone, but still, even after that, they will be writing like a big test like Apple made in California, Apple Watch. They'll give additional information that is a red color watch that has like this particular specification, the cost of this particular watch is this, and so on and so forth. So there's some additional information about the watch that it contains. Okay, this is the additional information about the watch that it contains. Okay, so are you guys able to understand this? Okay, so that metadata, that is some information about the data that you are having. The same thing happens for a website as well. Whatever you are able to see, that is your data. Whatever you are able to see, that is your data. And like I said, that goes inside your body. Okay, that is called as the body of the website itself. But what about the name of the website? What is this name of the website? Who is the author of this particular website? All these type of information, that is just information about the website itself, some additional information about the website, that is called goes inside your head tag. Okay, that goes inside your head tag. Okay, so your opening and the closing HTML tags. Okay, you are having two tags right over here, the opening tag and the closing tag. So basically it's like the barricades. Okay, so your HTML will start from right over here and will close out, your HTML code will close out at the closing tag of HTML. Now it contains two more tags inside of it. The header tag, okay, that contains the metadata about the website. Okay, and then the body tag that contains the additional information about the website as well. Okay, you're having the head tag that will contain all the metadata, all the information about the website, and your body tag that will contain everything that you're able to see on your website itself. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Great, amazing, guys, amazing. You guys are very smart. Okay, so inside the head tag, for example, I want to specify the name of my website. Okay, what is the name of the website that I'm currently building? Let's call it as my first website. This is the name of the website that I'm creating. My first website. So to be able to specify that, that is called as the title of the website itself. That is called as the title. That the name of the website is called as the title of the website. So I have to create another tag called as title. We have to create another tag called as title right over here, and we have to write the name of our website inside this tag, the opening and the closing tag. This is some additional information about the website, just the name of the website. So my first website. So as you're able to see, you are able to like create the name of the website itself. If I'm saving this right over here, going back to my website, reloading the page, you're able to see that I'm not able to get this anywhere on my screen. Whatever I've written right over there, what I've written inside the head tag is your metadata. Okay, it's some additional information about your website. The additional information is the name of the website, that is my first website. You're not able to see it on the screen. You're not able to see it on the screen itself. Okay, so that is some additional information that has been provided to you, provided to the browser by our code. That is the name of the website itself. Okay, now whatever I want to show on my website, whatever I want to showcase on my website, whatever I will be putting inside the body tag, let's say that this is my first website that I have created. Okay, so I'm writing this particular line like right over here. This is my first website that I have created. Inside the body tag, whatever you are putting inside the body tag itself, okay, you will be saving this file, going back to your website, reloading the page. As you're able to see, whatever I've written inside the body tag, I'm able to see it on my screen. Okay, what I've written inside the body tag, we are able to see it on our screen. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to? So HTML tags are not case sensitive. So you can use like capital HTML, small HTML, it will mean the exact same thing. These are tags. Okay, so it does not matter that which type of uppercase or lowercase letterings that you are using right over there. Okay, so it is not case sensitive. Okay, great. So right now what we have to do is, we have learned about the head tag, we have learned about the body tag, but what if I'm removing everything from here? What if I'm removing everything from here? Okay, so I don't have anything on my website right now in my code itself. I just have my title tag and I just have the sentence right over here. If I'm going back, so what do you think will happen? If I'm going back to my website, what will happen, guys, out there? Will I get an error? What will happen? Can somebody let me know? Like, just think about it. You don't need to know it. Okay, what is your guess? What will happen right over there? Will I have an error? Will something like different will happen, or maybe the exact same thing is happening, there will be no change or something like that? Like, what do you guys think about it? Somebody is saying nothing will be shown, somebody is saying error will be there, somebody is saying it's blank, only title will be shown. Okay, so as you're able to see, if I'm going back to my website, and reloading the page, nothing changes, everything works properly. So why did I spend the last 15 minutes trying to learn all these tags? Okay, so, but if I'm doing a right click on my website, going to the view page source, okay, I'm doing a right click on my website, going to view page source, it is opening up the code that I've created. So I will just do right click, go to inspect element. Okay, and as you're able to see inside the inspect tab itself, I've just done a right click and opened up the inspect element. Let me just decrease the size right over here, increase this out there. You're able to see that you still have the HTML, you still have the head tag, you still have the body tag right over there. But if I'm going to my code, I haven't written all this code. I haven't written any type of code right over here. As you're able to see, there is no head tag, there is no body tag, there is no HTML tag. But when I'm going to my code itself that my website is basically using, I'm able to see the HTML tag, I'm able to see the head tag, I'm able to see the body tag. So why is this the case? Now, what happens is that with time, the browsers have become very intelligent. With time, the browsers have become very intelligent. They are able to figure out that even though if you're not writing the HTML, you're not writing the head tag, you're not writing the body tag, they are able to figure it out and put it up for you. They are able to figure it out and put it up for you guys. So that you don't have to worry about it. But it is not a good way of writing code. Without writing HTML, without writing head tag, without writing body tag, this is not at all a good way of writing code. Why I'm saying that? Now, when you're becoming a programmer, there's a lot of different things that will happen. You can write your code like this, but then you will be calling like people will be calling you a shitty programmer, because programming is not just creating something. It is able to like collaborate with others, to share your code with others, to be able to learn from the community. So collaboration is something that is extremely important. Now, when you're creating a website, when you're going to a website and creating a website itself, there will be like 10,000 lines of HTML code in this file. If I want to search for all the meta tags, all the metadata about your website, if you're not writing the head tag right over there, I would have to scroll through each and every 10,000 lines of code that you have written to find all the metadata that your website contains. Now, this is a huge burden upon me. I don't want to do that. And that is why these are some conventions that are there to put up the head tag, to put up the body tag, so that whatever I'm able to put up on my screen, and whatever I'm able to see, that is going inside my body tag itself. Whatever I want to put up inside my head tag, I'm able to go into the head tag and see all the metadata about my website as well. So that is the thing. Are you guys able to understand it? Are you guys able to understand? This is not, that's absolutely correct, Anil Prajapati. That's absolutely clever, that this is not a good practice. You should be writing every single thing. So living chaotic, you are able to live, your code is working, everything is fine, you can just throw your pants right over there, your bag right over here, your shoes are lying on the ground, but this is not a good way to live. You need to make sure that everything is well maintained, well organized, and that is the reason why you are having these tags right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Somebody is very like I will just change the spelling of first. I think so now it should be okay for you guys. Because the mic is like right over here, I'm not able to watch the keyboard, so I'm like typing as like I'm not able to see like a blind person. So no issues in that. So before starting the HTML thing, let us see how your famous websites work without CSS or JavaScript. So let's do that first of all. So we'll download a Chrome extension. So if you're using Chrome, I will be downloading a Chrome extension called as Web Developer. Web developer Chrome extension. So I will be downloading this Web Developer Chrome extension right over here. So let me just, so I already have it. That's great. So I've already installed it for me to use. Now we'll be seeing what happens on great websites without your CSS. So let's first go to Instagram. Let's open up Instagram first of all. So Instagram.com. I hope that I've already logged into the page. So this is our Instagram profile, as you're able to see. that we have created for DevTown. We try to make sure that every single day a particular person who wants to learn, okay, can come up to this particular Instagram page and learn something every single day. Like just spend 5 minutes of your day, take up any post and just read through it. Okay, you'll be able to get a lot of information from right over here every day, 5 minutes to develop your skills. And of course, we have a KBC as well, so that you are able to increase your knowledge along with the same. And you can definitely answer that in the comment section, and it's highly appreciated right over here. We try to make sure that you guys are kept up light and like funny as well, so we try to make sure that we're able to put some great, like not great but like some good quality memes right over here. So I killed a man and I was just using a light theme on Discord, and like that particular person is like, dude, let's like stay away from him. Okay, developer needs to use the dark mode at any single time. Okay, so that is the thing. We try to make sure that you guys are kept on entertaining you, and also knowledge is very important. If you guys want, you can definitely follow us on Instagram as well. The link is provided to you in the description of the video, or else you can connect with me as well. Okay, I'm also there on Instagram. So the DevTown basically follows just 2 people. So if you guys want to connect with me, that is also fine. Okay, it will be great to be able to connect with you guys as well. Okay, so let us see what happens if we are removing CSS from our website. So let's take up this on a separate page, and let's just use the Chrome extension that is called as the web developer to remove all the CSS from the website. And this is how Instagram looks without any CSS. This is how Instagram looks without any CSS out there, guys. As you're able to see, this is not a very pretty site to look at. Okay, this is not something that you would want to look at. So CSS is very, very, very important right over here. Will you like at any point of time will you want to look at a website that looks like this? No. So CSS has that kind of property. Let's go to other websites as well. Maybe let's say Netflix. I don't know if I've logged into Netflix right over here or not. Otherwise you will be able to see, yeah, I've logged into Netflix right over here. Hey, like who's going to judge me for the same or not? Okay, so yeah, I watch a lot of things. Okay, so let me just remove CSS from right over here. Let me go and remove CSS. And this is how your Netflix looks like without any CSS on it. And this is not a pretty website to look at. Okay, so I'm basically using the web developer Chrome extension to remove the CSS, and yeah, this just sucks right over here. Any website that if you want to go to Google, let's go to google.com. Let's go to google.com. Let's search for, let's say, DevTown. Right over here. Let's remove CSS from here as well. If you are removing CSS, this is how Google looks like without any CSS right over here. This is how Google looks like without any CSS. And you don't want to just look at it. Okay. So that is the point. CSS is very, very, this is a website that has just JavaScript and HTML. And you're able to see this is not something that you would want to use. The same thing, let's see for what happens when we remove JavaScript. So if you are going to Instagram.com, okay, let's go back to Instagram.com, and right over here, we are having our profile. Let's remove JavaScript. Let's disable JavaScript from right over here. So disable and then disable JavaScript. If I'm trying to reload my Instagram page, okay, right over here, you are able to see that we are not even able to load up the website. Okay. Krunal just a second, man. This is very important for me. Krunal, are you able to hear me? Krunal Kushwaha, are you able to hear me? Krunal Kushwaha, are you able to hear me? Please let me know. I want you to message me on Instagram personally on my own account. Okay. See, if there is any kind of problems like this is my responsibility to handle it. Okay. If somebody is spamming students out there, I need to make sure that that is not happening. Okay, so just message me on Instagram personally, Kunal. I will be waiting for your message. I want to hear it personally. I'll be giving you my personal number so that we are able to talk as well. Okay, I need to understand what is happening. Okay, this is something that one more student had told me, and I don't want this to happen with anybody else. So if it's possible, Kunal, you can approach me on Instagram. I hope that you have seen my account as well. Please let me know, Kunal. Kunal and Jagriti, if anybody else has also got these kind of messages, could you please message me on my Instagram account, Kunal as well as Jagriti? Kunal, are you able to hear me? Please let me know. Devjani, could you please message me on my WhatsApp, my Instagram account? Like some of you, whoever have this issue, please try to just message me on Instagram. I've already given you guys my Instagram ID. Okay, the Instagram ID is like I have no clue. You just open up Instagram. I have to I've disabled JavaScript, so without this, since the JavaScript is disabled, I'm not able to open up the same right over here. Okay, so guys, if you guys are facing any kind of issues, do message me on Instagram, and I will help you guys out. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, you are going into profile, and from there you will be able to see my account in the following. There are just two people that we follow, so you will be able to see Shaurasana from right over there. Those guys who have got any kind of thing like that, please do let me know. Okay, so for the DevTown message forwarding, that is something that we have. Okay, that is not fake. That is something that we do. The reason for that is like we don't have the money. So we are a non-profit organization. So we to bring students right over here into the bootcamp, we cannot run ads or we cannot do anything of that. We can only do as much as we are able to do. And I hope that you guys are able to understand this. Okay, so although I am a software engineer, I work somewhere, I earn a lot, but I'm not ready to spend that. Like yeah, my salary is 4 lakhs per month, but I will not be able to spend it on promotion of these bootcamps because this is entirely for free. That is the reason why we just ask you guys for your help. Okay, to help reach out to more number of students so that they are able to take benefit of these bootcamps. That's it. That is the reason that we have that. But anything else except that, I don't know. This is not something that should be happening. I will try my best to prevent it from happening as well. I'm so sorry for any kind of problems that you guys are facing. Okay. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, if I'm disabling the JavaScript, let me go back to JavaScript once again. I'm so sorry for disturbing you guys in the middle of the session. Okay, but that was important for me to understand. So if I'm disabling JavaScript, my Instagram account won't even load up. Without JavaScript, Instagram won't even load up. If I'm trying to go to some other website, can you suggest me any other websites that you want to go? Let me go to LinkedIn. Okay, let me go to LinkedIn right now. LinkedIn as well is not even loading up without JavaScript. Without JavaScript, it is not even loading up right over there. If you're going into some other website, let's say Netflix. So Netflix will load up. Okay, according to me, Netflix will load up without JavaScript, but you won't be able to see the previews that you were able to do. Okay, so new things are not loading up right over here. Whatever has previously been loaded up, you are able to see only that. And when you were hovering over these icons, you were able to see some information about it. Okay, you were able to see some additional information about it. That is also not something that is happening. So all these different things, guys, that you were able to do without JavaScript, the interactiveness with the website is closed, and most of the websites won't even load up without JavaScript. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. YouTube also won't even load up without JavaScript, guys. I don't want to open YouTube because like it will just like it will hinder the streaming that is currently happening. So I am not opening YouTube right now, but yes, YouTube will also not open up without JavaScript. It will not even load up without JavaScript. So are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Amazing, guys, amazing. So I will just enable JavaScript once again. Okay. Yeah, I love Kung Fu Panda, but I have not seen it. Okay, so don't judge me for that. Yeah, I have completed Naruto Suits. I've completed it, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Stranger Things, I didn't like the new season, so like I will be very frank about it. Okay, great. So that is a quick intro about all the different stuff that without JavaScript or CSS won't even happen. Okay, of course you cannot remove the HTML from a website because like then you're just taking out the skeleton of the website itself, so there will be nothing on your screen. So that is the reason why there's nothing called as disabling the HTML of a website. Okay, but yeah, from tomorrow onwards we are going to start off with building websites, learning HTML. Okay, so I hope that you guys will be ready for the same as well. Okay, now I will be telling you guys about the certificates, about the attendance. Okay, so please pay a lot of attention right over here. Okay, so right now, first of all, let me just show you the certificates that you will be receiving. So LinkedIn, let me just open up LinkedIn right over here. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn account, guys. If you want to connect with me, it will be great to be able to connect with you as well. There is a lot of pending messages that I'm having. I would have to go through them. Okay, so do connect with me. It will be awesome to be able to talk to you guys as well. But yeah, I will show you guys the certificates that have been gone out for the previous boot camps. Okay, so first of all, this is the DevTown certificate. This is the first certificate that you will be receiving. That is the DevTown certificate right over here. Okay, so this is the DevTown certificate. So this has been issued to them for the note-taking app using JavaScript and React.js that happened a few days back itself. So this is the DevTown certificate. This will be the first certificate that will be there. This is issued by us. Okay, the second particular certificate that you are having is your Google certificate. So this is a certificate that will be issued to you by Google itself. Okay, and the third certificate that will be issued to you will be by Microsoft. Okay, so this is the third certificate for the bootcamp that will be there. That will be for Microsoft, by Microsoft itself. That will be issued by them. Okay, so these are the three certificates that will be there. Now I will tell you guys the criteria, so you can just go on LinkedIn and just search for us. You'll be able to find like people have posted up the certificates that are there. So don't worry about it. Yes, the certificates are sent, and all the certificates have a verifiable link as well. Okay, all the certificates have a verifiable link as well, so don't worry about it. Okay, so now as far as the attendance and the criteria for the certificates, as I said that there are three certificates that will be issued to you. Okay, the first one is the DevTown certificate that is issued by us, and the next are the Microsoft and the Google certificate. Okay, so the DevTown certificate, every single day, how I will be taking your like attendance right over there. How will I be taking your attendance on I will be telling you guys in like 2 to 3 minutes. Just be patient. But every single day, okay, every single day I will be taking your attendance, guys. Okay, now once I've taken your attendance, so 7 days of attendance would be there. Those people who will be having 100% attendance, okay, those people who will be having just 100% attendance, those people will be getting the certificates via DevTown. Okay, those people who have 100% attendance will be getting the certificates via DevTown right over here. Okay, and this entire bootcamp will having a project as well. We'll be building a project right over here in the class itself, so you don't have to worry about it. So but then I will be asking you guys to submit the project. Now how to build the project, how to submit the project, where to submit the project, how much time will be given to us, I'll be telling you guys at the end of the bootcamp itself. That is on the 7th day, so don't worry about it from right now. Okay, don't worry about it. We'll be talking about it at the end of the bootcamp itself. But yes, we'll be asking you to submit the project back to us. Those students who will be having 100% attendance as well as the correct project submitted, those students will be getting the certificates via Microsoft and Google. Okay, so that will be the criteria. Okay, that will be the criteria for the certification. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? So students will be having 100% attendance who are not like submitting the project at the end. So I will be going through line by line. I will be live coding the entire project, the exact same project in the class itself. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay. And when you're submitting the project at the end of the bootcamp, those students will be getting these certificates via Google and Microsoft, but they also need to have 100% attendance as well. Okay. The next thing is that, okay, what did I need to tell you guys? I totally blanked out for a second. Yeah, the certificate will be sent to you on the email address that you'll be using to fill up your attendance form and while submitting the project as well. Okay, and yeah, the important thing I forgot. So if it is coming back to my mind, I will tell you guys about it. Okay, no issues in that. Now, as far as the attendance goes on, okay, now first of all, this is a YouTube video. You guys are able to understand that this is a YouTube video. Am I right? You guys are able to understand that this is a YouTube video. Please let me know, guys. Okay, so there's no, oh, yeah. This is a free bootcamp, guys. There's no cost associated with this bootcamp. Please keep that in mind. No cost associated with the certificates, no cost associated with anything, even the bootcamp as well. It's free. Okay, so please, like anybody, don't pay for these bootcamp. This is free bootcamp that we are able to organize right over here. Okay. Okay, great. So now, are you guys able to understand that this is a YouTube video? Am I right? So if I'm going back to my channel right over here, I'm going back to my channel, that is the YouTube channel. Let me just open up YouTube right over here. Let me just view my channel and let's go to the videos. So you are able to see all the previous bootcamps that we have conducted. You are able to see the videos of these bootcamps being made available to you guys. Okay, so you can go through these videos. You are able to see each and every bootcamp videos you are able to see right over here. Okay, so now once that is completed, okay, now as this is a YouTube video, you can pause the video, you can scroll the video back. Okay, you can rewatch the video as well, so there's no issues right over there. Okay, so every day the attendance link I'll be showing you guys in the format of a QR code. Okay, I'll be showing you guys a QR code. I'm able to understand that you guys know what a QR code is. Okay, you have to scan that QR code and that will open up a Google form. Okay, that will open up a Google form out there, and you have to fill up the Google form using the same email ID every single day. Okay, the same email ID for the entire 7 days. Every single day there will be a new Google form, a new QR code that you have to scan. To scan a QR code, you can use either Google Lens, okay, that is available on your Android phones, or you can use your if you are having an iOS phone, then you can directly use your camera application as well. Okay, so you will directly be able to scan the QR code and access it from right over there. Okay, so yeah, that is how the QR code basically works. Okay, so have you guys understood everything up till this particular point of time, guys? Have you guys understood everything up till this particular point of time, guys? Please do let me know. Have you guys understood everything up till this point of time, guys? Great. Now the second thing that you need to remember is, like I said, we are doing this for free. We are not charging any money for that. We will never charge any money for these boot camps, because that is why we created DevTown itself. So that basically defies the purpose. The only thing that we want from you guys is your support. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. there is nothing else that we want except your support itself. Okay, see, what happens is when we are issuing you certificates via Google or Microsoft, we are currently in talks with Amazon, GitHub, as well as Postman. So Postman is going to join us from the 1st of August. So first week of August, Postman will also be issuing you the certificates. So we are trying our best to get as many people, as many companies to be able to come to these bootcamp, much more instructors, much more topics, so that you guys are able to get the best out of everything. The only thing that we want from you guys is just three things in total. Okay, just three things. Okay, first is, if you are registering for any of our future bootcamps, spread the news around. Okay, tell your friends about it, like, because this bootcamp, like I said, it's open to everybody, and we want as many people as possible to be attending these bootcamps and learn from it to grow the community itself. The second thing is, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, although like this isn't something that will help us move further, but it eases us the way to communicate with these companies. So we are able to showcase these companies that, dude, see, like the students are appreciating what we are doing, the students are really interested in what we are doing, they're learning a lot of it, they are doing projects, they are putting it up on LinkedIn, they are liking the video, they're subscribing to the channel, they are trying to grow the community themselves. And these companies then are able to understand that, okay, that's absolutely clever, like we should also like provide certificates to these students. So at the end of the day, it helps you guys a lot. Okay, it helps you guys a lot. The only thing that I'm asking you guys, it will take a minute or two, like it will just take like 10 seconds or something like that, to scroll the video a bit down and like it and subscribe to the channel. Would you guys be able to do it right now? Would you guys will be able to do it right now? Please do let me know, guys. Once this is a, like currently we are having 1,800 students live with us. Let's take up an aim of 1,600 likes. How about that? Okay, 1,600 likes. As soon as we have reached 1,600 likes, I'll be showing you guys the attendance. How does that deal go on with us? Can you guys let me know? Okay, how does this deal go on with us? Okay, all those anime fans out there, okay, support the channel, guys. Okay, so everything that we get from these boot camps, we reinvest everything back into the, like, conducting more number of boot camps, bringing people up from different companies, conducting more technologies, having much more number of certificates. So we are only able to do that if you guys continuously show us your support. Okay, and yeah, although I look like Carrie Minati, I'm not Carrie Minati, that I can definitely tell you guys that. Okay, so yeah, can you show your YouTube earnings? Dude, like it's we are a team of almost 50 people, okay, that work, and the YouTube earning is about 1 lakh a month. That is it. And the salaries for those 50 people ranges from about 5,000 rupees per month to 50,000 rupees per month. So we have like 30 people at 5,000 rupees per month, and we have 3 people at 50,000 rupees per month, and 4 people actually. So one is at 40,000, so I'm also rounding it off to 50. So like YouTube does not, we don't earn anything out of YouTube. Okay, that is the thing. But yeah, it helps us a lot so that we are able to show these companies that we are doing great and the community is growing a lot. And these companies are then able to like help us by providing some mentors, by providing more number of certificates, even goodies as well sometimes. Okay, so these companies are like, we will ship off goodies to the students, and I'm like, hey, dude, why are you wasting your money? Okay, like these are students, just like issue them certificates. They need a validation that they're attending this boot camp, they learned a lot, they need something to be put up on their resumes. That is something that is very important for them. Okay, so that is how we are trying to make sure that you guys are able to learn as much as possible. Okay, for those who haven't registered for this particular bootcamp, don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. Just fill up the attendance form for today, and we will consider that as your like registration itself. Okay, now, okay, so that is one of the things. Second thing is that again, not a YouTuber out here. Okay, so I'm not a YouTuber, so don't never treat me as a YouTuber itself. I will be showing you the exact mirror, the reality of what is there in India. Okay, I'm not one of those persons who will be telling you guys, follow your dreams, do what you like. I'm a very practical kind of guy. Okay, I will never say that. Fucking do DSA, do CP, learn, make some projects. Okay, that is very important. Don't go about like chasing cloud or something like that. That's not my aim. Okay, I'm not a YouTuber. I will never tell you guys like Next.js is going to come and crush React.js or something like that. No, that is not fucking going to happen in the next 30 years. That is the reality. Okay, again, not a YouTuber right over here. Okay, so yeah, I will be like guiding you guys as much as possible. How much I can do, I will definitely give my time out here. Okay, so that is one of the things. Second thing, okay, so let's show the attendance link right now. Okay, so let me just create the attendance link. Give me a second. I've not created it up till now. I was basically like coming out from my office, and then I started. My office ends up like at 5:30, and then I have the bootcamp from 6. So I don't get enough time to like basically create the attendance links. I'll be creating it now. Give me a second. Okay, so for the previous bootcamps, you cannot get certified. Every bootcamp you'll have to attend it live to be able to get certified for it. Okay, make a copy, make a copy. Let's see what the name of this particular bootcamp is. Home. Let's copy the name of this particular website from right over here. Control C. V and responses. Let's open up the file. Send link, shorten URL, copy, QR. Just create the link. Day 1, July. So how are you saving the code on code collab? Okay, so basically I'm just doing control S. That's it. Okay. Okay, for those guys who want to join any of our future future boot camps as well. So we have like some of the future boot camps right over here. So let me just open up DevTown events. So these are the upcoming boot camps that we are having. So arrays and data structure. So it's data structure. Somebody has written data types with Java. Okay, so we'll be learning Java and arrays right over here, Python and machine learning. Data structures and algorithms with C++. So we'll be learning C++ and linked lists out there, and React and JavaScript bootcamp. So these are some of the upcoming bootcamps that we are having, along with the timings, the starting date as well. So you can definitely register out for the future bootcamps as well. Okay. So I've already shown you guys the QR code. Okay, I've already shown you guys the QR code. You have to scan this QR code to basically fill up the Google form, and that would be counted as your attendance for today. Okay, this is a YouTube video. You can pause the video, you can rewind the video back to be able to do it. So don't worry about it. Okay. Let me open up the live chat. Okay, so that would be it for today, guys. Okay, we will be moving on. We'll be meeting again at 6 o'clock tomorrow. I hope to see you guys out there, and let's have an awesome day out again. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you.